I'm Adam the Tactical, and we're doing another test. Recently, I shared a meme online to Facebook, and it garnered some mixed reactions. I'll share it with you here. I was going to save it for a post, but this is my meme in question. It shows a gentleman carrying some shoes, and shows a gentleman kind of carrying something a little bit more. The discussion began with guy walking in water is going to have wet socks. And the debate began between me and a bunch of ignorant people whether or not your socks in an emergency situation would be able to be changed and how long would trench foot set in. So today, we're going to explore how long it takes trench foot to set in. Of course, I'm kidding. I don't have 1 to 3 days to hang out in wet socks. But what I do have is a medium weight, darn tough sock, where the debate became high quality socks versus your lower quality socks. And as someone who's traversed many different terrain with many different socks, it's time to put them to the test. The purpose of this test is to see if the high quality, darn tough sock will be better for you when you're investing $20 per sock versus your Dickies sock, which you could get 2 pairs for $10. How this experiment will proceed is I will soak both socks in water for 1 entire minute. I've already taken weight of each sock dry. The Dickies was 1.80 ounces. The Darn Tough was 1.45 ounces. That's dry weight. Then I'm gonna go ahead, wring out the excess water after that minute. And every 10 minutes, I will weigh each sock and see which one returns to dry weight faster. Let's get on with the experiment. Here's our test bucket. I'm now submerging the socks. Okay, we're making sure they're nice and deep. Now, I believe the Dickies is a cotton, while your Darn Tough is a wool and polyester blend. I'll now start the timer, but for the sake of your ADHD, I'll come back. And that's about time. Now, with these socks completely wet, let's wring them out. I'm gonna set this off to the side for hanging up off camera. And now the Darn Tough. The first one was the Dickies. All right, well, I would say with no trip, that's successfully wrung out. Here we are, hung out, wrung out, and let's start our 10-minute timer. And we'll visit back with the first weigh in. Target the shield generator. It's time to check those first results. For science, we've zeroed it out, and now we're going to weigh the Dickies. And just for the weigh-in, I'm going to fold these up. So we're currently at 4.62 ounces. Right. Fuck. So it went from 1.80 ounces to 4.62 ounces. I'm now going to lay it out again so that I can still continue to dry. Going to the Darn Tough now. 2.93. So, for those of you who are following along, whoosh, whoosh. Okay, this was our start weight dry. This is our current weight after 10 minutes. Already, the quality of a Darn Tough is very prevalent, which only supports that the appropriate sock will keep you more tactically sound. Let's visit again 10 minutes. Just to be fair, to note the environmentals were approximately room temperature. There is an overhead fan going. Well, it's only because I'm inside shooting because of the rain, which would probably cause adverse effects as far as saying how quickly something dries. And both socks are behind a kicking bag device to give it an equal representation. So we'll check back in less than 10 minutes. See where we're at. We're now at the 20-minute mark. Let's see the Dickies. 4.162. No change. And now the Darn Tough. No change. For everyone's sake, I'm going to elongate the dry time between intervals to 20 minutes and see if we don't get something different. I'm not going to spend all day investigating socks. I'm dedicated, just not that dedicated. So we'll check back in 20 minutes now. It's finally over. I couldn't make this video longer than 10 minutes, so I had to do off-screen data collection. As of 10:30 last night, the Dickies, which started at 1.80 ounces after 7.5 hours, was at only 3.17. The Darn Toughs, which started at a 1.45 ounce, were down to 1.87. With today's final contabulation at 7:22 a.m., at the Dickies being at 2.40 ounces, so still super heavy. And Darn Tough being down to 1.55. So Darn Tough 145 ending at 7:22 at 155. Still not completely dry, but good enough for, I feel, for this experimentation. Your Dickies is a cotton sock, and a saying in the northern part of the country, i.e. Alaska, is that cotton is rotten. And this is a perfect documented case of why you need to spend the extra money on your gear. $20 for a single pair of Darn Tough socks with a lifetime warranty. You wear any part of this out, you send them back, they send you a voucher to go ahead and get a new pair. These pair are about there. These Dickies, mostly cotton, retaining water longer. Now, keep in mind that these were inside. If these had been in the sun, if I had warmed up fire rocks and slid them into either sock, they would have warmed up substantially sooner. If I had put them against body heat, substantially sooner drying. So the fact that it took over 10 hours to reach dryness is merely a part of the experiment. The purpose of this experiment was to show that you won't get trench foot from stepping into water immediately, as was the original argument in the comment section of the Facebook post I made. In conclusion, buy once, cry once, cotton is rotten, and you get what you pay for. Don't be afraid to be the hero that doesn't carry shoes. Y'all have a good one. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and check us out on YouTube. This is Adam the Tactical. Have a good one. Bye.